At first blush, this could be video taken at nearly any high school football practice in America. A small part of the team going through drills, getting ready for Friday night. At McLeod West, this is half the football team. McLeod West High School is located in the small rural farming community of Brownton, Minnesota, about 75 miles west of Minneapolis. In the summer of 2008, just a couple weeks before school was to begin, a structural engineer determined the 1922 wing of the school was unsafe. As a result, nearly all the high school classrooms were no longer usable. Within days, a large percentage of the high school was tuitioned out to a neighboring town. In the midst of this turmoil, the 2008 McLeod West Falcons took the field with just 19 players, 3 freshmen, 3 sophomores, 6 juniors, and 7 seniors. Meanwhile, back at the school, administrators were faced with the knowledge that unless an upcoming levy passes, this would be the last year for McLeod West High School. For most of the faculty, this is a wrenching reality. You struck me when we came through the door today because this is your home.
Yeah.
This is your school that you've been here, it's a generational thing.
Yeah. All 3 of my kids have graduated. 2 older ones were Brown School. Our youngest one was McLeod West.
Okay.
Our granddaughter graduated in 2007 from here. And we've got 2 granddaughters in elementary. So we really have ties.
And I imagine it's a very difficult time, and if there's a way that it can be prevented, you'd do just about anything.
Exactly. We would do anything, absolutely anything, to keep McLeod West.
On the football field, the Falcons rely on alumni and townspeople to fill out the practice roster. On game nights, 10 players never leave the field, playing every down on offense, defense, and special teams. Team leaders like Brennan Schutte are forced to play several positions. In Brennan's case, right guard, right defensive end, kicker, punter, and most recently filling in for the injured tight end. Despite these exceedingly tall odds, the team started the season 4-0, including a spectacular defeat of the number 2 ranked team in the state, and ultimately climbed to a ranking of number 6. The heart of this team can be seen in a player like Spencer Glazer. Spencer, who plays quarterback, cornerback, and returns punts, was taken from the field in an ambulance during a recent game. The following Friday, he returned to the field and helped lead the team to a victory over the school's biggest rival. The team's inspiring play on the field started getting them recognition off the field. Rick Riley, the ESPN columnist, featured the story of the McLeod West Falcon football team on the front page of ESPN.com and in ESPN the magazine. The team received significant coverage from local media, and eventually the school was featured on the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric. With this coverage has come more attention to the plight and fight of all the McLeod West Falcons, and the recognition that this school's fighting spirit extends beyond the gridiron. And this is your classroom?
Yes, yes.
And this used to be?
Just a hallway.
Just a hallway. And so your classroom used to be in the upstairs area that's been closed off.
Yep.
The 1922 wing, as I understand it.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. And so when your classroom went away, they said, where can we put some
and this
desks?
is where I ended up.
This is where you ended up.
You're looking at a fax room. Social studies taught in here. The health teachers got moved in here. We sell McLeod West clothing. That got moved into here. One English class today. The concession stand is right there. These computers came out of one section. I mean, we're doing the best we can for our kids, but we're a little on top of one another.
When the cafeteria gets shut down, the staff fights back, moving tables from the hallway of the 1922 wing to create a makeshift cafeteria in the hallway of the K-6 wing. Food is brought in from the outside and served from this alcove, which doubles as the kitchen area during lunch. Meanwhile, just down the hall, administrators are preparing to move their offices from the 1922 wing to a converted storage room. In every corner and hallway of McLeod West, there is a story, and with each story, an emotion. Superintendent Tony Boyer began his teaching career at this very school. Today, he splits his time with his current district and returns each week to McLeod West in an attempt to save the school that gave him his start some 38 years ago.
I have gotten caught up in the emotions here like everyone else. This is important. It's important to the kids. I see these kids not on a daily basis, but on a weekly basis, and especially the young ones who really want this district to stay. I see it on the faces of the teachers and the staff, and many of them have been here a long time. This is difficult for them. And I know that isn't true of everybody in the district, but of the ones that surround me, it is very difficult. And so, yeah, I have a stake in this. I'll do what I can to make it work. I'll work as hard as I can. I think everybody knows that. So I'm here, and we'll follow it right to the end if there is an end.
McLeod West principal Mike McNulty just might sum it up best.
So I always encourage the people, get your kids, if you want them involved and you want a future for your town, you need to have your kids here. Without the school, and especially these real small rural towns, that's the identity, one of the biggest, probably if they're not the biggest identity of the towns. And without them, there's no future.
Imagine for a moment what it's like to be a junior at McLeod West High School, knowing that next year, your last year of high school, will likely be in a different place, and the doors of your school, your home, will be shuttered forever. The 2008 McLeod West Falcons have provided a glimmer of hope. They've shown the spotlight, however briefly, on the plight of a small-town school trying to get by. It's 4th and 20, 2 minutes to go, and the Falcons are down by 6. But you can help. Spread our story. Tell a friend. Tell a neighbor. Tell the world. And you just might save the mighty Falcons. Please visit us online at www.savethemightyfalcons.com to learn how your $10 to $20 donation can help us tell our story to the world, and how it just might help us save the mighty Falcons.
They're a good group of kids. They work hard.
We're doing the best we can for our kids.
We got a pretty good bunch of kids here in McLeod West.
We would do anything, absolutely anything, to keep McLeod West.
The kids are most important.